Oh, yeah. You know what you are? Let There Be Talk, new episode, August 12th. It's a Monday. I'm over here in a nightmare hell of audio, and hopefully I pull out of it, but I was going to put Tech 9 up and fucking press the wrong button and poof, the shit's gone. So I got to go see if I can get it fixed, which is fucking making me crazy. The nightmare of podcasting. First time it happened. I always hear about it happening to other people, and it never happened to me. And there it is, Tech 9. Hopefully I'll get it back, or if not, hopefully I'll get to interview him again. But I've got a great episode here anyway. A lot of people have been asking for this one. I did it about 3 weeks ago. Mr. Gilby Clarke from Guns N' Roses. Gilby Clarke, welcome to the jungle. He is an amazing friend of mine. He's a motorcycle biker. We talk about him not getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Interesting story here. He got burned. I don't think it's cool. Listen to the story. Also, he was hit on his motorcycle about 2 years ago, hit and run. We'll talk about that, about surgeries and shit that he had done. And his trip to Sturgis, which just ended today. He was out there for 10 days playing shows. Sit back, check out Gilby Clarke. This episode is brought to you by RollingSands.com. You want motorcycle equipment, motorcycle parts, you want a chopper built, you want amazing leather jackets, you go see my friend Rolling Sands right here in the Long Beach area. RollingSands.com. Love you, Rollin'. Also brought to you by the Comedy Store and the Comedy Magic Club. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, don't forget, I got hats. Check them out on the Facebook. I got new hats. Or Twitter. I got hats. Check out the hats. All right, guys, thanks. See you Wednesday up at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, 10 o'clock. Thank you, guys. Enjoy Mr. Gilby Clarke. All right, here we are, another episode of Let There Be Talk. I got a great guest today. My guest is Gilby Clarke.
That's right, Dean. That's right.
How are you, buddy?
I'm fantastic.
Gilby Clarke, GN'R, Star Supernova, Candy.
Yeah. Kings of Chaos now.
Kings of Chaos? What's that?
It's a new band we've been doing the last couple of years. It's Matt Sorum.
Oh, yeah?
So it's myself, Matt, and Duff from GN'R, and Steve Stevens.
Oh, that's the cover band.
Yeah, exactly. And so we've just been doing, just songs from everybody's past. Joe Elliott.
I saw you guys playing. I saw some footage of that. Joe Elliott. Sebastian Bach. There was another singer, right?
Yeah, Ed Roland from Collective Soul, and now we added Miles Kennedy because we have Slash that's been doing the last couple of shows. So
yeah, that's got to be pretty
it's
cool.
It's actually 4 out of 5 GN'R guys.
Yeah, man. You should just get me in there. We'll do GN'R
all night long. You know what you are.
I could sing that whole thing, but I don't look good. So that's the bottom line. You know what I mean? And when you got Matt Sorum, that's the first thing for him.
Yeah, Matt is very
what's
fabulous.
he look like? Yeah, he's fat. You know what I mean? That's all good. Yeah. That's what happens. You let yourself. You're 50. You look phenomenal.
I'm 50. Yes, I am. Yeah, 51 in about a month. Yeah.
You look phenomenal.
Thank you.
Do you work out?
I do, but not like religiously or anything like that. But
you just got good genes.
You know what? It's luck, as we all know. We're born with what we got.
There's you got hair.
Not much you can do,
and you fucking look good.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's I like I said, those are the things you have no control over.
Yeah. I know, but I'm just saying that's fucking great,
man. It's luck.
Hell yeah. Did you do a lot of drugs?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did a lot of drugs too, and I don't think it's the drugs do anything to you. I think it's just
man.
genes.
It is what it is, and I mean, obviously, as we get older, there's some things you can do, to help yourself, stuff. Like so I do work out, but I'm not religious about it.
Right.
And stuff. It just, if there's an elevator or stairs, I take the stairs. But I find as we've been hitting, especially like the last 5 or 6 years, man, I noticed that like before when I do like an hour on the treadmill, I mean, if I do twice a week, there's results. Now, forget it, man. It's like you got to do it 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
It's definitely different.
I don't do it at all, which is like stupid.
Yeah, but do you smoke?
I don't.
Okay, well, you're lucky there.
Yeah, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, and I don't drink.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is you still can't lay around and be a piece of shit.
No.
Your heart just goes boom.
Absolutely. And that, especially all the crap food and shit that's out there these
terrible,
days. There's time bombs for all of us.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know.
So now, last time I saw you, you were getting ready to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did you get into the Hall of Fame?
Nope, I did not get in.
You didn't get in? Let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah. So they induct Guns N' Roses, and they induct all the guys, right?
Yeah, even the guys I was in a band with, but not me.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, who got in?
Who got in is the original five, Matt and Dizzy.
And Dizzy got in.
Yeah.
That's a fucking sack. That's like a...
I know. Well, I mean, in all reality, I mean, I have my own feelings about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I got to tell you, in a lot of ways,
you're from Cleveland,
and I'm from Cleveland, and I don't really disagree so much Axl's point of view. You know, I really don't.
It was him.
He didn't show up. You know, and his point of view was, well, what is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I don't understand. I mean, you know, what does it do? Who makes money? You know, why does it exist?
Steve Jones said the same thing.
Exactly. Who elects these people? You know, what's the criteria? And they can't really give you those answers because, you know, there are no real answers. I mean, to me, the fact that there's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and that Guns N' Roses is inducted with Donna Summer, I just don't see the correlation between that. That, to me, that's not under the words rock and roll. Yeah. Call it the Music Hall of Fame.
Exactly. But we're not knocking Donna Summer.
Absolutely not.
But it's not rock and roll.
It's not rock and roll. Madonna is not rock and roll.
It's just stupid.
LL Cool J is not rock and roll. It's music, and they deserve their credit, but it's not rock and roll.
Yeah, I think it all went wrong when they put it in Cleveland to start with.
I don't disagree with you there, too.
And I'm not knocking Cleveland, but no one goes, hey, you know what spells rock and roll? Cleveland. No, never. San Francisco, L.A., New York, those are the rock and roll
Well, their
towns.
point with Cleveland is because it was the birthplace of rock and roll because of Alan Freed. He played the first rock and roll record, was in Akron, Ohio, and that was... You know, the whole point of it started there, right? So let's put it there. And the other thing was New York has enough museums.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. Yeah. It's good for something to do in Cleveland. Because what do you do?
Absolutely. Right. But with what being said, why I didn't get in, I actually did make a call because, believe it or not, I actually know some guys that are on the board, you know, that elected. And I said, look, I don't understand. Look, if you induct the original five, I'm all for you. You know, they're the guys that made Appetite for Destruction, you know, and made what the band is. You know, I'm all for that. But when you put the two guys that I was in a band with that were only in the band 6 months longer than me, you know, and I did all the shows on the tour, all of them. I joined the band the day the records came out. You know, made 3 records with the band. Was in.
You're on vinyl.
I'm on vinyl. I'm on everything. I did. I'm on the pinball machine. I did almost all. Probably more videos than Izzy did. Yep. You know, I'm not taking away once again.
No, not at all. But I mean, you're going to put Dizzy in, you put you in.
That was my
fucking bottom line.
And they couldn't give me an answer. Every person that I talked to, I didn't make a lot of calls, but I made a couple calls. Everyone said, "Oh, I thought you were getting inducted." They all just kept passing the buck. So then I just said,
Steve Jones said an amazing thing about it. He said, to me, it's just like 5 guys got together and said, hey, let's make some money.
He's 100% right.
Museum.
100% right.
Now, your stuff's in there, and they don't give you any residuals or anything.
Not.
So every time a ticket gets sold, people that have stuff in there don't get money.
Yeah.
And so they're still getting ripped off.
Yeah. And it doesn't go to any retirement fund for some of us musicians or health care.
Healthcare?
You know, all these things that in music that we don't have. You know, I mean, of course, there are some, you know, places for it now, but things that it could do good, it doesn't do any of those things.
That's ridiculous. It should just go all to like retirement or healthcare.
Thank you.
Because old rockers, man, you know, you get carpal tunnel or you can't hear anymore. And shit. You can't play.
Tinnitus in both ears.
Fuck yeah, man.
I mean, the thing is, when you know, for me, it actually was sad because you see some of these older, you know, musicians and older artists, and they're extremely excited and they're dressed up about getting this award. But in all reality, they don't even know what they're getting. Right. You know, and it's like, you know, do they know that they're getting inducted with this person and with this person? I mean, do they, you know, really want that?
Exactly. You know? And then, you know, they show it on HBO. It gets millions of people watching it. And then I think they sell it as a DVD kit or whatever.
That's a big money thing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed up for one reason only. Slash and Duff asked me.
Yeah, well,
plain and simple. My friends asked me, look, we really would love for you to come and represent with the guys, and plain and simple. And because, like I said, I was not getting inducted, so I had no reason for being there, you know. But I just thought that it was just the right thing to do. There's no reason, you know, to do anything against the fans. You know, they didn't do anything wrong. And being that I'm on the road a lot, I talked to people in Europe that bought a ticket the day that it was announced, that flew and made a weekend out of it and all that. So
a lot of people were hoping that Axl would walk on and just be there. I mean, to me, the dream would have been he walks on, no one talks about it, but they secretly had a stadium tour booked. Yeah. And then the next day, the tour drops, and boom, you go.
Yeah.
Instead, you've got this horrible part 2 of Guns N' Roses.
Exactly.
Have you seen it?
I saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean,
whatever.
Look, all things considered, we showed up at 1 o'clock in the morning the night before, ran through the songs a couple times, and did it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty rock and roll.
It was great.
There was no rehearsals. All of us hadn't played together, and I don't even know how long. I mean, Brownson, I hadn't played that song 20-something years.
Izzy wasn't there, right?
No. Izzy, Axl, Izzy, and Dizzy did not show up. Were no shows.
Oh, Dizzy didn't show up.
Dizzy didn't show up either.
That's weird. He got inducted.
Well, he's out there with new GN'R.
And, Mach 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Which, once again, I have no problem with. I mean, if you're going to do your thing, do your thing. And I honestly don't know Axl's reasoning for not showing up. I know what you know and everybody else of what he said publicly. And like I said, there are things I agree with them about. You know.
Yeah.
And if he wanted his new band to play, you know, maybe they should have had the old guys playing new band. Look, put everybody in. If you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna induct LL Cool J, Madonna, and Donna Summer, let every fucking guy that's been a part of Guns N' Roses
Yeah, what are you doing with rules?
That's the way it is. Yeah. Exactly. There are no rules.
And also, it's just going to help your museum.
Exactly.
Some guys go, I like the second part, you know? Here's the second part, or whatever, the evolution of GN'R.
It's the evolution of the band. Same thing, not Jane's Addiction, I'm sorry, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Dave Navarro wasn't inducted.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, and he played on a record that sold millions and millions of records, you know?
Yeah, he's part of it.
Yeah, I agree. And he, you know...
Yeah, because some guys like Joe Walsh has been inducted with Eagles and Joe Walsh, I think. Yeah. Or so, I don't know if it was him, but there's been guys that have been in on both projects.
Bruce Springsteen's inducted, but the band's not. The E Street Band's
that's
not.
Ridiculous.
Come on.
Without the E Street Band, he's not, you know.
Exactly.
He's not anywhere.
So therefore, I do feel that I'm with good company.
Yeah. Yeah, all good, man. You know, so we're just talking outside. You're getting ready to go to Sturgis.
Yep.
How many times have you been? I've been 5.
I think I've been 5 or 6, I honestly don't know, but about 5 or 6.
And have you camped at all?
No, I stay in a hotel.
Yeah, I camped once at the Buffalo Chip.
Yeah,
and I'd never do that again.
Yeah, that's not for me. I'm 50 now. Yeah. I mean, I do trips where I camp like 1 or 2. Like I did Born Free this year, and I camped out.
How was that?
Fantastic. It's the biggest for me. I love vintage bikes, and it's the biggest vintage bike show of the year.
I was going to go to that, but it was like 109 that day.
It was brutal. It was brutal. Yeah,
I was like, I don't do good with the sun.
Yeah, and you would have been miserable because there was a long wait. There was a couple of things in the area. Apparently, it was a 2-hour wait from when you get off the freeway to get into the park. Oh, if you're in a car.
Oh yeah.
If you're in a car, but I camped out the night before and went, and it was ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So the Sturgis, like a lot of people, that's the huge motorcycle run in South Dakota, and you ride there, and I ride there.
Yeah.
But what about guys that trailer there?
Well, you know, we all got our reasons.
You are like this. You are the PC. I can't get any bad guy out of you.
Well, the thing is, look, I mean, I that's me in real life. I mean, look, I have my opinion. I ride. I choose to ride, man.
That's right.
I want to ride. I mean,
that's the best part of it.
As soon as you get out of Vegas, it's some of the most beautiful country in America.
Yeah. Which route do you go? You go Vegas. I go Utah.
Exactly. I do Utah. I do the cut through Park City, and all that, and like I said, I do the Casper cutoff, and then I've also done the other one where you go through Cheyenne and through Denver. You know, we go everywhere we can. But.
I've done the way I go is up the 14 or whatever 132 to the 2 to Ely, Nevada.
Unbelievable, that's beautiful.
How fucking great is that?
Great.
Then I stay the first night at Ely, Nevada. Each run is 500 miles. Then the next day I go to Aspen.
Oh, right on. Yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah,
50
yeah.
or whatever,
yeah,
you know, up that way.
Even though it's a big highway, it's still beautiful.
No, but then I cut off on some weird road. I got the maps.
You should tell me, because we're always looking for a new way.
Oh, and you're in no man's land. Wow. I don't even know where the fuck you are. You don't want to get flat out there.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Getting a little
no cell service.
Yeah, there ain't shit out there. That's the only time I start to trip out. Like, whoa, man,
if you go down, you're like Wild West.
You were down. And you don't want to get that in your mind because, boy, you'll get some panic attacks.
Man. Well, I mean, that's why we all ride, is it clears our mind and just keeps us flowing, you know. But you're right. When you get out there and you start getting those thoughts, you're right.
Oh, it's fucking crazy,
Starts
man.
Closing in fast.
Then I go from Aspen into South Dakota. Yeah. The next day, up the Vail Pass. That's beautiful.
That's
11,000 feet.
Yeah. We hit it with rain last year. We did it coming
Every year
back.
I get rain.
Man, that was my drummer. Like, his boot was filled with water.
Yeah, rain just sucks because you can see it. And you go, oh, maybe we'll go around it.
It follows you.
It follows it. And then all of a sudden you're just in this black cloud, man, just getting poured on.
We've lived it.
So do you stay at hotels on the way, too,
Yeah, right? So we do the hotel thing. In Sturgis, we've every year we have this little lodge in Spearfish that we've stayed at. But we got kicked out last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been going. I think it's been six years in a row that we've been going, and we got kicked out this last year. And it's definitely partially my fault too. There's like a little, in my opinion, the dumbest reason, but there's like a little grass area. It's like a lodge around a square grass thing. Well, when it was one of those rainstorms, I rode across the grass to get to my hotel room, and they freaked out about the grass.
Wow.
Yeah, and a couple
and
oil
booted you out?
Yeah, booted us out, man. After 6 good years of service.
That's fucking crazy.
It is, isn't it?
You know where I stay? I stay at Cadillac Jack's in Deadwood. And the reason I stay there is what a lot of people don't know. Sturgis, throughout the day, will have like 6 different weather patterns.
That's true.
It'll be hot as fuck, then it'll be crazy windy, then it'll be pouring rain.
Yeah.
But what they do get there is like quarter-sized hail sometimes.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I've seen it quite a few times, yeah.
Now, this is the only spot in all that area that has underground parking. So my bike's not out there just getting ting, 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 ting. Man, I heard that one year.
Yeah, that was brutal. I was there that year. I mean, we were on our way out when it happened, but man, I saw the pictures.
I left at 4 a.m. that year, and then the first stop, I was looking at the phone. I was like, "Whoa, people died."
Yeah, that was not good.
That's not good, man.
Yeah. Where we like I said, the place we stayed at, they had like a covering. That's why I rode across the grass was to have it covered. But this year we're going to stay at Glencoe. We're gonna do the cabin thing.
Oh, they got cabins.
Yeah,
there?
And now everybody
I've
does
seen
that.
They're kind of those makeshift cabins.
Exactly, like they call them executive cabins.
Right.
So they have
and how
shower.
many people per one?
They claim it can go up to 8 per cabin, but I think they're like 2 bedrooms. So we don't need to do that.
How many guys are riding with you this year?
This year, I think we're up to 6. Probably, I think 6 to 8 we're going to have. Last year we had 13.
Who's going?
Let's see who's going in my whole band.
Going?
Ricky's not going this year.
Oh, why not?
Ricky's doing this East Coast trip where he's going to start go across
with Tammy.
With Tammy. Tammy's going to ride with us to Sturgis, and then he's going to ride over to meet him in New York. So it's basically my band and Tammy, and that's probably all out of the guys.
Is Grant going?
Grant's not going. I can't get Grant an answer if he's going or not.
Yeah.
He went with us one time.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I'm 47. You're 50. I ride every day of my life. So do you. And Tammy does now, too. I don't know how old Tammy is, but he rides a Softail. But, man, in the last couple of years, I've been getting beat up.
Yeah.
You getting beat up?
Besides this Softail, all my other bikes are rigids.
Right.
And we just did the El Diablo run, which is where we go down to Mexico. We do San Felipe, Ensenada, and back. And we do it over 4 days, so nothing's more than like 300 miles a day. And I got to tell you, it beat me up this year.
Yeah.
It beat me up, man.
It's weird, man. All of a sudden, your body's like, hey, man.
Like, you're taking an Advil like every 4 hours, and
to me, it's like lower back, prostate, balls.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you're going, this has got to be bad.
Yeah. I agree with you. And it's funny you say that because it has had me thinking where I've always kept one bike with shocks.
Yep.
I'm thinking about getting another one, man.
Right. It's true, man. Like, you saw my garage. I got Ducatis in there. They've got like state-of-the-art suspension.
Oh, yeah.
And it's weird. I mean, I just bought another Harley, but I'm going to have to put like $1,500 of shocks on it because they come with shit shocks anyway.
They do.
So, yeah, man, I've been getting beat up. And man, I start to freak out like, whoa, what if I can't ride eventually?
Yeah.
That's a scary thought.
That is a scary thought. I mean, did you do yours on a rigid, or were you always like on a bike with shocks?
No, I rode those West Coast for years.
Oh, yeah, those are rigids.
And I ride them every day all over the place.
Yeah.
It's those secret potholes you don't see that take you out.
Oh, yeah.
You're just riding, everything's cool, and all of a sudden, bam!
And you just go, damn.
Yeah. I want one of those Paul Cox. If I go back to a chopper, the Paul Cox air ride.
Oh, yeah, the chopper shocks.
Air seat,
air thing.
man.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah, I go back and forth. Like, I like riding a rigid, and one of the reasons is I like being low. I like being low to the ground.
I love that. It's cool.
Exactly.
It feels like a go-kart.
Exactly.
It's just,
to me, that's what I fell in love with Harleys, is that being outside and being low to the ground. But I just wish there was a better way of not feeling it as much as
you can put one of those seats on.
Yeah, I have springs, but the springs don't do anything.
Don't work.
Yeah,
those things, because your body weight is so much.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So now you guys, your band's going to play Sturgis.
So my band's playing Sturgis. We're playing Glencoe Campgrounds, and we're playing 5 nights. It's kind of spread out over the whole week. That
we just talked about this. You just found out about it.
Yeah,
are you going to stay the whole time?
Well, we're trying to work on that schedule a little bit, but they have us like from the Friday to the Saturday, and
I did that the first time, and we were just talking about how like you'll go crazy. The first time I went to Sturgis, I think it was about 6 years ago or so, 7 years ago. I go, yeah, man, a vacation, gonna go out there. And after the 4th day, you're like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're kind of done.
It's too much, man. There's like a million. I went one year; it was almost 1 million people.
Oh yeah, you probably went on an anniversary.
Yeah, it was like
something.
I don't know. I got it up there. I think it was 65 or something.
Wow.
Because that's 69 up there. So I guess it was 65, but it was crazy.
Yeah, where you can't even move through town. Like you're on a bike and you're not moving.
Bike just overheats.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there going like, "Wow, this sucks."
Yeah.
You just want to get out of there.
I agree
some
with
of that
you.
riding's insane out there. But man, if you stay 10 days, you go crazy.
That's what I'm trying to work on right now, because I can. I mean, besides the fact that we ride there and ride back, that it's 3 days there, 3 days back. That's being gone for 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can't not work for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I hear you.
Got to make some money.
I know, it's true. Yeah. And then after your 5th day or so out there, that's what you start thinking about. Yeah. You're like, man, I just spent money. I get the fuck out of here and make some money. I got to
make some, exactly.
How are you making money now? You've been on the road a lot, huh?
I rode a lot,
with the cover band?
Well, no, with both bands. I mean, Kings of Chaos is just a new thing we started last year. Yep. And then I have my own band. And then sometimes I just get hired to play guitar. But my own band, I just got back from Australia Monday.
You went to Australia?
Australia just for the weekend. I played 2 shows out there.
Wow.
And before that, we were in South Africa with Kings of Chaos. Before that,
what's South Africa like?
Wow, incredible. Really, it's kind of like what Australia was like maybe 20 years ago or so.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's the scenery is just ridiculous.
But it's gangster, though.
Depending where you go.
What is it?
Johannesburg is definitely a little more dangerous.
Yeah.
We were in Cape Town, which is like Capri.
Right.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's almost, I wouldn't quite say like the south of France or anything, but it's beautiful. Everything's brand new. But it is that kind of thing where it's like Long Beach. You can be in those $1 million penthouses and go 2 blocks and you're in the hood.
Yeah,
and it's the same with South Africa. There are beautiful parts. The safaris are just ridiculous. You're standing from me to you with an elephant.
Wow. They still got that shit going on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We did. I took my wife and daughter, so we stayed for the first week, and then in Cape Town, and then the next week they went home, and we went to Sun City to do the other shows.
Oh yeah, Sun City. Remember they did that big show? I ain't gonna play Sun City. Remember that shit?
They all play it now.
Yeah. Now, how many people were at these shows?
10,000.
10,000?
Yeah, 10. I think there was like 15 at one of them. We did 4, but all shows sold out,
With the Kings of Chaos?
Kings of Chaos, yeah.
Right.
Slash was our headliner, and band was myself, Matt Duff, Joe Elliott, Ed Roland, Miles, and who else? Glenn Hughes too. Glenn Hughes.
He's great.
Yeah, Glenn. Yeah. Man, talk about. I mean, I'm 50. He's 60 plus.
Yeah, he looks great,
and
he sings killer, huh? He's like, whoa!
He may be better than he was. You know.
Yeah. Well, he's clean now, right?
Yeah, he's clean. Yeah.
His band broke up. That Joe Bonacci. That thing.
Yeah. We talked about that a little.
Yeah,
bit.
that's a little bummer. But,
yeah. Well, I guess apparently now I don't know Joe, but apparently he's successful on his own.
Yeah,
and it's almost like
he was doing it like a part-time thing, and then he wanted to go full. They wanted to go full-time.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have that a little bit with Slash because Slash is doing fine on his own. He can pretty much do the same. He can do the same venue on his own rather than having myself, Matt, and Duff involved.
Yeah, so. He's finally turned that into something good because Snake Pit didn't do nothing.
Yeah, we were playing. Snake Pit were playing theaters. And stuff
you were
like
in
that.
Snake Pit.
We never got up to where he's at right now.
Yeah, I saw Snake Pit. They opened for someone at like Oakland Coliseum, and it had
was it Van Halen?
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
that was me. I was in a band.
It had Jellyfish singer.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric, right?
I was in a band. Yeah,
that guy was great.
Yeah,
he was the guitar player in Jellyfish,
and the singer in our band.
Right.
Yeah,
he was good.
Fantastic.
And then was there a black singer?
That was the second version of Snake Pit.
What was that guy's name?
Rod Jackson. I wasn't in the band when Rod came along.
Right,
That's when we did Snake Pit. Basically, because there's nothing happening in GN'R world.
Totally.
We were trying to write songs, but Axl didn't like anything we were coming up with, so it gave us something to do. So we did Snake Pit. But then after the first one, Slash went back to GN'R to try to make it happen and everything, but it didn't happen, so he started another one.
Right. Slash is doing good, man.
Fantastic.
He looks great.
Healthy.
He was almost divorced for a minute, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, back.
Nothing, I don't even know what happened, but now he doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink.
He doesn't smoke,
No, he doesn't smoke, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think, did he get a scare or something?
Well, he had I always pronounce it wrong, defibrillator?
Oh, yeah. Did he have one of those?
Yeah, he has one of those.
Oh, wow.
Same thing that just went down with Lemmy.
Yeah, that's right. I just saw that with Lemmy.
Defibrillator. So it's basically just kind of helps your blood pump a little bit.
Right.
So that was his scare. And so, he got sober from that. And then, once people sober up, they quit smoking. And
hell yeah, man.
I'm not sober.
No, you're not sober? Yeah,
not sober.
You still drink?
I still drink, but I don't smoke.
You do any drugs?
No, not anymore.
Like out on the bike around, a little bump of crank?
No, come on.
Let's keep riding.
I mean, seriously, today's drugs. Do you trust today's drugs? No
I don't trust today's drugs, and I don't trust today's heart. My heart.
Yeah.
Because when you did a lot of drugs back in the day, I always say if you didn't die then, it gets you on the back end somehow.
Is that your theory? Yeah, that's
like in the garage, you're cleaning your bike. Oh,
damn it! I left this here.
Now you've been married since '89.
I know, a long time.
How the fuck do you stay married?
Well, I mean, from my end, my wife's beautiful.
She is.
She's a
amazing.
sweet woman.
She's rich.
Yeah,
right?
she's rich. Yeah, richer than me. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
She's successful.
What does she do? Tell everybody.
Frankie B Jeans. She's the one who started. She started what's called premium denim. Which is paying $150 for a pair of jeans.
Right.
So she started that. Her thing was like the low-rise jeans and all that, and it took off and made a lot of money. When the economy went tanked, everything. Her business was bad too. People left her millions in dollars in debt.
That's
and
what you
stuff
said. Like she'd send jeans out and they didn't pay.
They didn't pay, sold them, and gone. So now she's rebuilt the company back up. It's actually doing very, very well again. She's back to being like you see all these girls wearing black and white striped pants. She started that. Now everybody's got like prints, like a skyline or like.
Oh yeah, are those jeans or like leggings?
Exactly. She started that too. She's always ahead of the curve about stuff like that. So I think it's great that she's still creative and
And you guys have a daughter.
We have a daughter.
I met her recently.
Yes.
How old is she?
19.
That's got to be a nightmare.
First year in college. She just finished her first year.
Where's she going to college?
She goes to Pitzer, which is out in Claremont, like Pomona area.
What is that? Just what's she going for?
She doesn't have a major. That's the new thing.
Yeah.
They don't do majors.
Just go.
They just go and spend our money.
Yeah. Now that's got to be a nightmare to have a daughter, right?
No, it's not. I mean, you know what? I gotta tell you, Dean. Yeah. We have what I call a bit of a charm life. Yeah. I mean, we're a close family. We go out. Like last night, my daughter just had her 1 year anniversary with her boyfriend.
Wow.
We go out to dinner as a foursome.
Yeah.
And stuff. He doesn't do drugs. He drinks a little bit, but he just turned 21. She's 19.
And what's he do? Rock?
Well, he wants to be David Lee Roth in his day.
No, that's fucking. Now that's a cool dude.
He's got great taste in music. I just got to wean him off. What was it? Striper and Poison.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Striper and Poison. Now there you go. You're talking some shit. kid finally.
Exactly. Yeah. I got to wean him off Stryper and Poison.
Stryper,
Bon Jovi too. I got to wean him off.
I like Bon Jovi.
I don't like Bon Jovi.
Now, what don't you like about Jovi?
You know what? I don't. I think that to me, it seems very contrived.
Yeah, it does now. When you look at it, it just looks like a mechanical machine.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that when let me correct myself. The music seems contrived. It's kind of like there's a formula for writing a rock hit song, and it just, it just seems very formula to me.
Good. Now I don't feel bad talking about Miles because you got to have your opinion, right?
Of course. Well, I agree.
Like sometimes if I say something about someone, it's just my opinion.
Exactly.
And then they go, "You're a fucking asshole."
We all can get along, and to me, it would suck if everybody agrees and all that kind of stuff.
It's true.
Yeah. I just have this thing, and I've had it since I was a kid. It's like I always see both sides of the story.
Yeah.
It's really weird, and it's a problem sometimes, but
it's a good thing to have.
I mean, it's a good thing because I understand. I'm a little on the forgiving side. Like if somebody's done me wrong, I go, well, I understand your side, but it doesn't mean I agree with them.
Right.
And I can hold it against you, but I can see where you came from. And most of the time, for me, it's ignorance. People are just fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I've been lucky and cursed, I guess, of seeing all the great bands at the height of their careers.
Well, yeah.
And it's also a curse now because you see and you go, man.
Yeah, well, we lived in the golden age.
Yeah, we did, right?
I talk about that with my daughter all the time, because I've, thank God my daughter likes rock, and stuff. And, like I'll take her to see Paramore. And like I see these bands are good. Like they're good. But yeah, they would be an opening band, for like a GN'R or
even the
back
shitty
then.
bands could play the shit out of their stuff back in the day. Like a Warrant.
Exactly, yeah. Very good musicians and everything.
Hell yeah, guys could sing.
Yep.
They could play.
They could write.
Yeah,
they could write, you know. I mean,
I do like Jovi though, man. That one song, "I'll Be There for You."
Yeah, I'm just not with you.
Yeah, no, that's good though. Yeah. I mean, that's the only Jovi song I really like. Yeah. Who's your favorite?
Who is my favorite? Depending on my day, I'm a Stones or Beatles guy, and I like them both. I can like the Stones, Beatles, and Elvis.
Right. Wow.
But it goes back and forth. I mean, I like the Beatles. I go back and forth. Sometimes I think for me the Stones maybe a little bit more just because there's more of them.
Yeah, they're
there's
a little more
modern
dangerous
stuff.
also.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Put it this way, if I had to be in, like, if you say, "Hey, Gilby, you get to play guitar," that'd be a hard choice because I like the music of the Beatles, but I like the whole vibe of the Stones. I fit that better.
No, there's no brainer for me. It's just 72 Exile Tour. Okay, it
doesn't get any better.
There's the band I get to play in.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, those guys have been carting around Mick Taylor on this tour.
I know.
Only doing one song.
Is it really? I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, lately they've been letting him do 3. So he does Midnight Rambler.
Yeah.
I think Bitch.
Yeah, what about Sway?
No, then he does Satisfaction at the end, like bring everyone out. Dumb.
Yeah.
But, fuck, man, that Mick Taylor, if anybody's you can YouTube the footage.
Yeah.
He plays the shit out of the guitar still, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, they should just let him play the whole set.
I agree.
We go out and we do the Mick Taylor tour, the era.
Yeah. Do you want to hear my good Mick Taylor story?
Yeah.
All right. So in the Guns, we were playing the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Of all fucking places.
With Metallica?
That's
Metallica.
Right. And I
had someone on the show recently that had an opportunity. It was a big comedian. I forget who it was. They had an opportunity to go to that third row, but it was also the first time they were asked to do the Comedy Store in La Jolla, which is a big deal if you're an up-and-coming comic. And he went and did La Jolla, and he's a big comic now, but he's still like, I didn't see that.
And that was the end of it.
That was the end of it. Yeah.
Nobody knew.
I'll see him next time.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
Well, the other strange thing was the week we had done the Coliseum and the Rose Bowl were our 2 L.A. dates. And the Coliseum, when the tickets went on sale, was right when the riots went on.
What, the L.A. riots?
The L.A. riots. Right. So they had to postpone the date, and they put it back. But the show was sold out. But when it came time to do the Coliseum, nobody wanted to go because the riots.
Right.
And even though it was sold out, we had a lot of tickets.
Wow.
Empty, and it's the only time like they said, hey, you can. Any of your friends want to go? They can go.
So people weren't going down there.
No, the show was sold out, but nobody would go. You know, not nobody, but a lot of people were afraid to go down.
That was Metallica and you guys.
Yeah.
Right. Now, anyway, so
my story.
Mick
So right before I got my Guns gig, I was a local LA musician playing around town, and one of the last gigs.
Which band? Candy?
Kill for Thrills at that time.
Kill for Thrills, right.
And I had just, I used to work at the Lingerie. I used to do sound.
Yep.
And Mick Taylor was playing there one night when I was doing sound.
Wow.
And there was no opening band for him. So I talked to the promoter and stuff. I go, look, let me and my buddy Joe do our little blues thing, acoustic guitar dobro thing to open for him. And they go, absolutely. So I was working, played opening, set for him and stuff, hung out with them. I'm just a local guy.
Yeah.
Never remember my name or anything. So all that, we had a great time. He was a little fucked up back then,
he does some drinking, but you're supposed to.
But he could still, exactly, but he could still play.
Hell yeah.
So forward a couple years later, and we're playing the Rose Bowl, and I went to do, my interviews and stuff in the afternoon, like when we would do sound check, and I'm walking by the backstage exit, and I hear this guy saying, but I'm Mick Taylor from the Rolling Stones.
Wow.
And he's trying to get in the back door. Like the security guy's like, I don't care who you are, what band, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And he goes, but I'm Mick Taylor. I'm from the Rolling Stones. I know the guys in Guns N' Roses.
He just showed up and was going to roll that one.
Yeah, just roll.
That's awesome.
I just happened to be walking by the gate, and I looked over. I go, that's Mick fucking Taylor. Yeah. Oh, my God. So I went up to him. I said, look, I know who you are. Let him in and stuff. And, they let him in and came backstage. Of course, I explained the story to him. Dude, I just opened for you like 2 years ago. He didn't remember.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But
I met Mick Taylor once. The Stones, when I was out on tour with him, hosting those parties. The Stones were going to play the Astoria.
Wow.
Like where they played. The London Astoria was like one of the most amazing clubs ever. Yeah. Everyone played there. It recently, I just read, was torn down. I can't even fucking believe it. Yeah. Anyway, so the Stones decide we're going to play the Astoria as this epic homecoming gig.
Yeah.
So they're playing, and Mick Taylor is booked around the corner at some bar to play.
Oh, my God.
So during the sound check, I'm walking around, and Mick Taylor walks by. I go, hey, you're Mick Taylor. I'm thinking he's going to play tonight.
Yeah.
That's all I think. And he goes, hey, mate. And I was like, oh, fuck, Mick Taylor. And he just kept walking. He was drunk. I could tell he was drunk or something.
Yeah.
Like he smelled like booze.
Yeah.
So all night I'm like, oh, Mick Taylor's going to play. I didn't know he was playing around the corner.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, the word was he was going to play, but he showed up kind of rummied or whatever, and Mick was like, nope.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
And he was playing around the corner.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it was like, oh, my God, there he is.
Well, life certainly ain't fair.
No, not at all, but that guy's a god.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, some of that guitar playing it was just incredible.
And the songwriting. I mean, he got gaffled on all the songwriting.
Yeah.
I mean, they never wrote songs like that again.
No, never. Yeah. You're right. You're right, never.
That shit is dark, evil. I don't know where Jagger was coming up with his lyrics, but Jagger never wrote lyrics like that again.
No.
It's
probably just being challenged, by the music behind him and stuff.
Or inspired.
Yeah, inspired.
Like, oh my God, this shit is great, man. Yeah. All that south of France, that mansion they're living in, Keith's mansion. They're like water skiing and stuff.
Yeah. I've read all the books, seen all the movies.
Yeah,
man. It was
that's
great,
right.
great stuff. Great.
So
that was the height. That was good stuff.
What is the? I don't know. You don't have to answer this, but what is the biggest dick move you ever saw Axl do?
Let me see. I think, one that I can remember.
Yep.
Canceling the shows. Canceling shows for. I honestly don't know what the reasons were. I mean, I just figure look, back then when you're playing stadium shows, you really only play 3 times a week.
Yeah, easy.
That's that. I mean, I don't, like I said, this is the part where I don't see his side. It's like I don't understand it. It's like, look, we took a private jet there. We're in 5-star hotels. We only got to play 3 shows a week.
Right.
I mean, look, if your voice is gone or whatever, your voice is gone. But the canceling of the shows is the thing I never like. Even the lateness. I mean, obviously I didn't dig that, and stuff. And I once again don't understand it. I mean, I've heard what he says. It's not that I don't believe it, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But that was it. It's like the late shows and the canceled shows of when you're there.
Right.
to me, those were the dick moves.
I always believe that you can be a total outlaw, but deliver the rock.
Well, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the Ritz concert, when they play the Ritz, that's probably one of the most dangerous rock and roll shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I saw the band like that week or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you keep a mystique, but you deliver to the fans every time, you're going to be a god.
Yeah.
Like a Jim Morrison didn't show up late.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I had the privilege to travel around with you guys. I didn't know you then, but on those Illusion tours, you weren't in the band at the time because I think you broke your arm or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And Izzy was in, so I was. I'll never forget it. I was in some cornfield in like Scotland or something.
Yeah.
It was like 100,000 people. It was GN'R, Lenny Kravitz, Faith No More, and Black Crowes.
Yeah.
All of them on their killer records.
Yeah.
And I just remember everyone had a radio, and every like half hour it'd be like, Axel's ready. And the lights would go down, and they go, Axel's not ready. And this happened for about 4 hours. Axel's ready. Guys would march up to the stage with their instruments. Axel's not ready. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But it was a radical circus. You guys had masseuses.
Oh, yeah. Chiropractors.
Therapists. I remember in the middle of like just the dressing room, one of the dressing rooms, it was like a 60-inch TV just showing like rock stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
well, the other thing we had that was really cool too, and people didn't realize was because of the lateness, they'd have the camera scouring, the audience and stuff. You see girls dancing and all that kind of stuff. They didn't realize was we were the ones that were controlling the cameras backstage.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because we were taught, back then with radios, we had cell phones, and we're going, okay, no, row 2, no, number 3, no, not that one, and we would lead them.
That's
to go and
rock
stuff like
star
that.
shit.
And then sometimes, you'd see it, and you see that, the old backstage pass get slapped.
That just rock star shit.
But yeah, I agree, dude. That, as you're saying, dick moves. That's another one is a disrespect for your other band members.
Right.
People would say, "Oh, I saw the band. Oh, they were great, or they were horrible." Well, there's 3 hours where we didn't know. We had no influence over the situation. Of saying, come on, man, let's go. I mean, we're here.
Yeah. I understand.
6,000 miles away. Let's do this.
What I like is about 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
You get that fucking build, then the lights drop, and it's like, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
You forget everything about the 30 minutes late. Look, I got goosebumps. You start to lose your mind and go, oh my God, that was the power they had. I don't really think I saw a band as powerful as that band it was when it was really rolling. Not the bloatedness of the Illusion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But
we stripped it back. We did that for a while, but we did a thing called Skin and Bones where we did a whole tour.
That's
we
right.
lost all that stuff, and it did get back.
That
to
was fucking cool.
We did all the rock songs and stuff like that. Lost all the those we had always had to do November Rain, but
of course, but that's a great song.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like the 65 solos.
I agree.
And all that.
And they
stuff.
still do that.
I know. I think that's to give him rest or something.
Well, it is, but once again, come on, this is 2013.
Yeah.
Times
I think
have
it's
changed.
easier now to sing than ever.
I
you
agree.
got in-ear monitors.
Yep.
You only have to sing like "Welcome to the Jungle."
Yeah.
We got fun and games. It's like that easy.
Yeah.
People don't realize it with headset. We got everything you
Also,
want.
technology. All the things. Just like I said, as a guitar player, it's easier now.
Hell yeah.
There are so many fantastic amplifiers, fantastic guitars.
You don't have to have them on 100 to get your tone.
Exactly. You can play 30 watts, and they're smoking. So many things have changed, and even look, I sing too. I'm not anywhere where he is.
Right.
But there are so many things for your throat.
Oh, God,
But also, you go online and you can learn from some of the greatest singers or greatest teachers. Say, look, here's a way to take care of your voice.
Hell yeah.
There's so much information out there nowadays. There's no excuse.
There's the first thing I learned when I was on the road was, sleep.
Yeah.
But I understand, now that you look back on it, in the 80s, he's just a bipolar dude. And they didn't have any shit. They weren't. Now they throw medicine at it, and you can contain it.
Yeah.
But back then,
no, you're right.
You didn't even know. You're like, that guy's a dick. Actually, he's just having a mind battle.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
Because I've talked to him many times and was like, this guy's fucking genius.
Yeah.
But then you could see in the back of his eyes if someone came in the room, you go, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Something's going down. You get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean? No, you're right. One second later.
Yeah. So that's bipolar.
Yeah.
And then if you're mixing that with, bipolar with some cocaine.
Yeah.
I've done it to shitload of cocaine. I'm not bipolar, and you come down and you're angry.
Yeah.
You're like, I need sleep. Get out of here. What's that lawnmower doing? Right?
Exactly.
Fucking great, man. So you got...
so we're doing that. I still do my own shows. I'm going to Norway and Sweden, not next week, the week after. I do a couple shows, 3 shows out there, come home, and then, going to the Sturgis trip.
That's great. Now, last time I talked to you, you were in a bad motorcycle crash.
Yeah.
You seem great now.
I'm better. I still have the hardware in there, and I got to get it out,
Yeah.
because it stops me from, it actually stops me from recovering fully. There's still some things I can't do.
Is metal in there?
Yeah, I got a lot of metal in there.
And you don't want to take it out because it's
No, I want to take it out. That's the problem. The downtime, man. I haven't had 6 weeks. It's been 2 years. I haven't had 6 weeks off to get the metal out. But
now they caught the guy, right? You told a great story on that, but that's an old show.
The guy's in jail. The guy that did it, but he's not in jail from hitting me. He did something else. They kept tabs on it.
Now Gilby got hit on his motorcycle on a hit and run. The guy took off.
Yeah.
And then happened to be fucking talking about it at some party that he hit a guy, and the dude was at the party that knew you.
He was a friend of mine.
And said, this guy hit Gilby.
Yeah.
Who talks about hit and running a guy, first of all?
Absolutely.
And then at a party, and then he gets caught.
Yeah. He, like I say, he didn't get caught for mine. He got caught for robbery.
Yeah.
And they tried to pin it on, but they didn't have enough evidence.
Yeah, good. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Now, did something happen to your sister or something?
My brother just went down.
I just read that. Now, what happened?
Same old. Well,
I
he didn't get a hit and run. Yeah, you have my brother. He rides with us. Goes to Sturgis with us every year. Yeah. He's got an old shovel. Is he older? Head. He's younger.
Right. He rides a shovel head to Sturgis?
Rides a shovel, yeah.
That's biker.
Yeah. Wow, it's pretty good.
That's
it's
good.
not a rigid. It's,
but still, the motor.
Yeah.
Slow.
It is a little on the slow side. It does break down. Someone made a U-turn in front of him at night, and he slid. He broke 4 ribs. But from the broken ribs, he had some complications, and then he had an infection while he was in the hospital, and 3 days turned into like about 10 days in a hospital.
Wow.
He's at home now. He's recovering. He's recovering from broken ribs right now. So we haven't seen the bike yet. We haven't gotten there yet. Yeah.
Is that the first time he's been down?
Oh yeah.
Now, how many times you been down?
I've been down 2. I've been down 2 times. Yeah.
I haven't been down at all. Fuck. I've come so close. Yeah. I did go down about 1 mile an hour. Guy did a fucking U-turn in front of me at the Laugh Factory. I was doing about 1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And then I was laying on the ground, and a guy came up. I thought it was him.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, I saw the whole thing. He took off. I was only doing 1 mile an hour. And then, it's like the guy looked. Here's the main thing I find when people. This happens to me like once a week. Mm-hmm. A guy looks at you. He sees you.
Oh.
He sees you, and he goes, fuck this guy, and comes over in your lane. They look right at you. And you go, hey, and then you start honking, and they don't look again. They go, nope, I'm coming over. I don't care. Yeah. And you go, you motherfucker. Yeah. Man, it's weird.
Dean, I call this the pussifying of America. Men are pussies nowadays.
They are. I do a whole bit on it. Yeah, there's no men anymore.
There's no men. People are fucking pussies. It's like, look, everybody makes mistakes. A man owns up to your mistakes, and you try to be better for it. Things like I said, people hitting me, you knocking me down, don't even know if I'm dead, and taking off things. People like that do that can look you in the eye, but they're a pussy. Yep. It's like, fucking stand up, be a man, own up to your mistakes.
Yeah.
I have where I live at the in the corner, like I'm the last house, and I have 2 old muscle cars I've had forever, but I park them outside. They have 6 smashes in them, like dents, dings, smashed sides, from people that turn around up there and hit it. Do you know I've never had 1 note on my fucking car?
Is that fucking bullshit?
Not one.
Yeah, people are shit.
People, I said they're pussified. Man. People are fucking pussies now. Yeah. Man. Own up. You did it. You know, I mean, hey, everybody makes a mistake.
Yep. One time I was driving my Dodge Super B, the one I sold to Grant. I'm parking at Fred Siegel, which is probably a mistake right there, going to Fred Siegel. Here comes Paris Hilton in her fucking pink Bentley. Oh. She's on the phone, not paying attention. She just opens her fucking door full speed. It hits my car. Boom.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you just fucking hit my door.
Yeah.
She's all, no, who cares? Like it's a piece of shit or something. Because, she doesn't understand a Dodge 70 Super B mint condition costs more than her fucking car.
Absolutely.
She got pink money. Big deal.
Yeah.
She's acting like I'm a dick. I'm like, you're a fucking garbage can. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just don't care about anyone at all.
No respect for other people.
Not at all. She's just, it's me. Yeah. And it's just like fucking rude.
Yeah, and it's contagious these days. Like I said, you can go on and on about it in your show because it's contagious. People don't own up for their mistakes or they don't take responsibility for people that are you have to have respect for other people.
You do.
Man.
She should have said, hey, you know what? Wow, sorry.
Made a mistake.
Here's $500.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And you would have said, no, that's $2,000.
Yeah, exactly. I was at $500
and a blowjob.
Yeah. $500. I'm not the fucking help.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just people are just rude, man. Yeah. It's weird. It's tough, right?
It is. Yeah, it's rough out there, and I got a 19-year-old daughter out there now, so it's.
I got some questions for some Twitter people. Let's look at that, and then I'll get you out of here. One thing, I was talking to a guy. He said a guy in Candy's like a big manager now.
Yeah. My bass player in Candy is Jonathan Daniel. It's called Crush Management in New York City.
Yeah, somebody just told me about this. They knew him.
Yeah, they manage Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, and Butch Walker, a bunch of Corny Love. I don't know. Everybody.
Yeah, I just got that. Somebody just told me that. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I had some good ones here. Which, by the way, you're on Twitter.
Yes, I am.
Gilby Clarke, right?
Exactly.
And you got a website?
I got a website, GilbyClarke.com, and I have an Instagram I think it's Gilby Clarke or Gilby GTR. I always get them confused.
Okay, here we go. First question. Okay, this guy usually hosts with me, or he's a co-host with me sometimes. He thought this interview was at 3, like a dick. Okay, so anyway, he's a huge Kings fan.
Oh, right on. Good.
Huge. And he would sit by you quite a bit, and he says, do you ever remember me sitting next to you and harassing you about playing on Ace Frehley's tribute record?
Yeah.
You remember that guy?
I don't remember him, but no. Why would you ask me? That's a good thing.
Yeah. No, he loves Ace.
Oh, okay. I love Ace, too.
And he's a Vinnie Vincent freak.
Vinnie Vincent freak.
Yeah, he's like the only guy, Earl Skagel, that likes Vinnie Vincent. I love Vinnie Vincent in Kiss on that Creatures tour.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, who's more annoying, Eric Singer, Teddy Zigzag, Happening Harry, or Victor the Snake Man?
Wow, man, you really didn't leave me much of a choice. Well, I'll tell you, the A team is Teddy Zigzag, and I think there's a big tie with all 4 of the other guys. Happening Harry, who said Eric?
Eric Singer.
Yeah, Eric, he can't get a word in.
Yeah. Oh, is he a talker like that?
He's a good talker. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other guy? Happening Harry, Eric, and Victor the Snake Man. Yeah, that's a 3-way tie. But Teddy's the A team.
Okay, here's a question, which everybody knows, but it's still funny. How did Steven Adler get kicked out of Guns N' Roses for doing drugs?
Well, he did more drugs.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't share, I always said. I always love it. He's like, oh, no. Remember those pug dogs he had?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, those things were annoying.
Let's see. Got another question there.
I think he's still got one of his pugs.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's he doing? You talked to him?
I have not talked to him. Matter of fact, I think the last time I saw him was when Slash got his star.
Okay, here we go. What was it like doing the band Supernova for CBS? Did it suck or was it good?
Oh, no. Doing the TV show was fantastic. I actually was a fun experience. I mean, I don't know
Jason Newsted was in that.
Yeah. For me, it was about the show, like starting a new band together. I liked it. Like I don't know anything about TV and stuff, and it was fun. I mean, got paid a lot of money to do one of those shows.
What kind of money you get?
Good.
Yeah.
When you're making music.
It's so funny. No one ever wants to discuss money.
Because they don't want to know if we got more or less than somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
But there's Jason and I got the same.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
But Tommy got more.
Tommy Lee, of course.
Yeah. Well, he had done shows before we did. It's our first time.
Was Tommy fucking any of the chicks backstage?
Yeah. He's a legend, man.
No, not on the concert, on Supernova.
No,
yeah.
Tommy's a legend, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a superstar. That was when he was single, and he was
right.
I mean, like I said, I just call it legendary. I was like blown away.
You think he's happy? He doesn't look happy.
He's happy now, man. He's
and the crew.
He's had the same girl he's had for a couple of years. I don't think he really measures it by the band. I think
right.
And once again, I'm just speculating,
right.
But I mean, he likes being in the band. They're doing better shows now and stuff. You know?
I did Nikki Sixx's show, and I tell you what, Nikki Sixx is a great fucking guy.
Oh, absolutely.
What a nice
bright
dude,
guy,
man.
bright guy. And I mean, look, all of us. It's hard to be 50 and be relevant out there.
Right,
and stuff.
hell yeah, dude.
He's doing a great job with the show, and like I said, the crew are still playing in front of a lot of people.
Well, people are into rock again.
Yeah, I agree.
On a low level, not like big.
Yeah.
But they're tired of this hip hop just smushed in their face, and it's the bottom line with rock is it's fun.
It's thank you.
It's
perfect
fun,
word.
man.
It's fun. You go to a show and you're entertained.
You go to the Hollywood Bowl, let's say. You're outside. You got a couple wine coolers, some people or whatever. The band comes on. They got fire and shit. You're like, wow.
And the songs you can sing on.
Yeah,
you're
like,
stuff
he's
like
the one
that.
that called Dr. Food. You're just into it. You're like, fuck yeah. And it really takes you away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, it proved it with my daughter. It's like, I took her to see all her bands, and I took her to see Kiss, and she was like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are, 60 now, and they still put on a fantastic show,
Kiss, if they go into Hall of Fame, which is kind of weird, who knows? That's just...
Once again, there's another thing of
just bullshit.
Why,
Look, Kiss, I love Kiss. They got me into music. I don't listen to Kiss now at all.
Of course, me neither.
But they got me into it.
Same here.
They were the fucking bridge into music out of the Partridge Family for me. It went from I Think I Love You to fucking Christine 16, you know? But to burn them like that is stupid. But do you let the two fake guys in?
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, once again, I have a different theory than you do.
Right.
My theory is if you contributed to the band, whether you're in a month, 2 years, whatever, let everybody in. Because I'll tell you why. Why not? Why is there fucking rules?
Yeah, I don't have that theory. I think it should be the evolution. So when you go see the band at the thing, you go, oh wow, Mark St. John's. Yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Exactly.
This guy, because they were all pieces of the puzzle to get him to the Rock and Roll.
And like I said, why does there have to be rules? It's not like you get money for being in there or anything. It's just look, if they contributed to the band in any way, shape, even if like I said they're in the band for a month. If they were on a record and they could put them in the Hall of Fame,
it's like last
60 people.
Last year's Giants.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
if LA Guns gets in, put all of them in. Both bands.
We don't even know who's in that.
I don't know.
But but it's like baseball. That takes fucking so many guys to win a World Series.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
When they vote in who gets the cut at the end of the year.
What's your favorite Kiss song?
My favorite Kiss song. Wow. Let me think about that. I think like Detroit Rock City is a pretty darn good one.
Mine's Creatures of the Night.
Really?
You know what? I just love how rock it is.
Yeah.
Because the other stuff's just kind of like, it's Kiss, but I just love that, like, man, that thing comes on.
Yeah.
It's great.
I think when I was a kid, I liked like Come On and Love Me and I Stole Your Love.
I Stole Your Love is great. Man, that's great, especially on Alive 2.
Oh, yeah.
Stole your love.
I was at those shows.
Let you go.
I was at those shows at the Forum.
Wow, you went to those?
Strange.
Did you grow up in L.A.?
No, I grew up in Cleveland, but I moved to L.A. the year of that tour. I think it was 1977, and I missed Zeppelin in Cleveland, but saw Kiss in Cleveland, and then caught Kiss in L.A., but missed Zeppelin in L.A.
Yeah, I missed Zeppelin too, and because I had it was a choice, Zeppelin or Kiss.
Yeah,
and of course I'm going to Kiss. I'm a kid.
Yeah, who knew Zeppelin?
That's the last Zeppelin show right there ever.
Wow.
So that's July.
San Francisco?
That's Oakland.
Oakland, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the day that Peter Grant and the other guy beat up the dude that worked for Bill Graham.
Wow.
Because Peter Grant's kid was taking like a plaque off of a wall that said Led Zeppelin, and they smacked him or something, and then they beat up the guys. But that's it right there, because then then what's his name's son dies, and they go home.
Oh, that's right.
Robert Plant's son dies, and they go home, and then they stay home.
Yeah.
Then they make In Through the Outdoor.
Yeah.
They do 13 shows in Europe, and then John Bonham dies.
Died, yeah.
But that's it right there.
Yeah. See, I got to tell you, for me, I respect the way that they've done, the way Zeppelin has. Like, 100%. Hey, the drummer's dead, we're done.
Man, I respect that more than fucking anything on them and the Clash. The Clash were offered like $30 million to do Lollapalooza.
Yeah,
they said no.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, to me, there needs to be more people in the world like that.
Yeah.
I just feel like I go, that's it right there.
Yeah. It's just the way it is.
That's why if Axl never did GN'R again, it would be this epic thing forever.
Thank you. Just leave it, let it lay. The last shows were great. Let it just go. And,
I'm a firm believer that if he just went out as Axl, people would still get into it.
Oh, absolutely.
Trent Reznor or whatever. He is Nine Inch Nails.
Well, that's true. It's a different. You
can have all kinds of different guys in the band, but if GN'R ever does a reunion, which I say never.
I say never.
I say never because
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was the end of it.
I would have said it would have been then.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and once again, I can't answer for him. It's just my opinion. But I think, Slash, Duff, and everybody else thought that, look, that was the moment. At that point, they cared.
That's right.
Now they don't care. Now they don't want to do it. They're like, hey, we had our moment. It's over. Everybody move on. You want to see Guns N' Roses? Go see it. You want to see everybody else? Go see it. But it's done. Also,
I don't think the problem with the reunion is it's never going to live up to fucking the hype.
No way, not anymore.
It's going to be kind of like Breaking Bad last season. You know what I mean? You're so excited, and then you go, it's just TV at the end of the day.
Exactly. You know what? There you go. It's just rock and roll.
If they did, though. You go Sorum on drums?
Well, I mean, I think what you do is, all reality, look, everybody wants to see the original five.
That's right.
And the original five are alive, and they can still do it. Let them do it. If, in all reality, Steven can't play You Could Be Mine, November Rain, all this stuff, so you'd have to have Sorum out there. So there you go. Just do whatever you got to do,
Yep, yeah.
I think that's the way it should be.
Thanks for coming by, man.
No problem, Dean. Anytime,
Great to see you. So go out and see you at Sturgis.
I'll be at Sturgis.
What's the dates?
It starts from August 2nd to August 10th, I believe, are the dates. We're playing at Glencoe campgrounds. You just got to kind of look on the schedule.
Each night, big shows, right?
Oh, yeah. We are the opening band, but we're playing with everybody. And then I'll be in Norway July 23rd, and then the Sweden Festival the 24th and 25th.
Norway's amazing.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Denmark, you've been to Denmark. I like all that out there.
This one, I'm just going to Norway and 2 shows in Sweden, but I've been to.
Are you doing the thing where you fly out and hire a band out there?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm using my Swedish band for those
And the same guys?
Yeah.
And you said they rock, right?
They're great, yeah. I have a Swedish band, American band, Canadian band, and South American band.
That's awesome, man.
Like Chuck Berry.
Yeah, there you go. That's Chuck Berry, a different band every night. People don't even know that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming out.
You got it, Dean.
And once again, at Gilby Clarke is your Twitter.
Yep.
Website.
Yeah, and Instagram, too. I think it's Gilby GTR or it's Gilby Clarke. I don't know.
And watch out for us on our 2 wheels, you fuckers.
Exactly.
Don't run us over. There he is right there, Gilby Clarke. Thanks for coming by. Let There Be Talk. And everybody, subscribe to the show. And this episode was brought to you by Roland Sands Designs.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got great shit.
Great stuff.
And Self Edge, my favorite store for denim. And also the Button Lab. You want to get some buttons made, punk rock or whatever, check out the Button Lab. Thanks, guys, for listening.